tourists have been stopped from entering Ladakh. That's the latest right now. The locals are now venting their anger over the activist detention. Over 30 vehicles had been stopped for 4 hours. This is what's happening in Ladakh right now. On one hand, Sonam Wangchuk has been detained in the national capital. He is, of course, demanding separate statehood for Ladakh as well as inclusion in the 6th schedule. But meanwhile, even in Ladakh, there the support continues strongly for Sonam Wangchuk. Nikhil continues to be on the broadcast with us. Nikhil, this is the latest that we're tracking as far as Sonam Wangchuk's detention is concerned. You were getting us all those updates from right outside the police station where he's being held. And even in Ladakh, looks like the locals are now directing all their anger towards the tourist.
Well, clearly, Ashish and we have spoken to one of the tourists who was out there in Ladakh along with his group of friends. We have spoken to Sushmit Shriram, who faced a similar problem, and what we have been given to understand that close to 30 plus vehicles they were stopped by the locals, and this was a part of the agitation which was exercised by the local people among the tourists who were there, and they were stuck for about 4 hours. So clearly, the markets on the one side, they have been given a call that they are going to remain shut to show some of the solidarity with Sonam Wangchuk and to show the support with the cause as well. On the other side, the tourists are the ones who are facing the brunt. So if anyone is planning for a Ladakh trip or Ladakh tour, then this is the time when they have to be very, very cautious. They have to plan their journey accordingly, because at some point of time, they might face some of the problem, because the markets are also shut. The restrictions are also something which are currently being reported. We have spoken to some of the tourists as well. So that is also the reaction which is going to be seen in different part of the Leh and Ladakh districts as well, because after the detention of Sonam Wangchuk here in the capital city, some of the organizations which are the key organization as far as the movement is concerned, they have showcased their solidarity. They have also shown their support, and there is anger as well among all the locals as to why in the very first place Sonam Wangchuk and his other supporters have been detained by the Delhi police when all they wanted was to protest peacefully here in the capital city. So the reaction is also being seen against the tourists as well who have gone there for a shorter or a longer visit. Back to you, Ashish.
Absolutely, Nikhil. Like you rightly pointed out, of course, temperatures rising in Ladakh there with the detention of Sonam Wangchuk in the national capital. He's being held here, but on the other hand, the locals there in Ladakh venting their anger on the tourists. Many tourists there made to wait for hours now because of the locals being angry and upset about the arrest of the leader. All right, in fact, let's now shift up.